Hello again, everybody. Welcome in. It is the Thursday edition of the Doug Russell Television Show right here on sportsradio1250.com. Got a couple of things going on, but as we do before we get into it, we pick another name to spotlight out of the Milwaukee Braves hat from this year's Milwaukee Brewers team. And today's spotlight player is pitcher Seth McClung, one of the most versatile pitchers on the Brewers last year, and certainly someone who's going to be counted on for his versatility this year. Looked like he was going to be in the starting rotation before Braden Looper was signed by Doug Melvin, signed away from the St. Louis Cardinals. Braden Looper is a guy who's going to give you about 200 innings if he's healthy throughout the entire season. Had a little bit of a rib cage injury. That's what opened the door for Seth McClung to get back into the starting rotation. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case for Seth. What he's going to be able to do this year is do what he does best, in my opinion, and that's be a middle reliever. All he's ever said he wants to do is be a pitcher in Major League Baseball, whether it's closing, whether it's starting, whether it's in middle relief. I think Seth McClung, the big horse, he's probably best suited to go 3 or 4 innings throwing gas and getting you through to the closer if he can get through the 8th inning. So Seth McClung's going to have a big year for the Milwaukee Brewers and certainly one of the most important members of this pitching rotation and pitching staff simply because of his versatility. All right, a couple of other things. The Sweet 16 gets underway tonight. Here are my picks. I've got UConn over Purdue. I've got Pitt over Xavier. Memphis will beat Missouri, and it'll be Duke over Villanova. Headline in the Journal-Sentinel yesterday about the Green Bay Packers. Oh, by the way.
Oh, I have sizzle.
That means it has been 1,051 days since Packers general manager Ted Thompson brought in a big-name player from another team. Yesterday, I opened it up to not only a free agent signing, a major free agent signing, say, Jason Taylor still out there, for example, but also Tony Gonzalez, not as a free agent, but perhaps as a trade. What thing that Ted Thompson has said, and it was in the Journal-Sentinel yesterday, the big headline, I'm okay with the roster as is. Really, Ted? You're okay with a team that went 6-10 last year that has absolutely no leadership whatsoever? That's the only thing that really angers me about Ted Thompson, is when he just assumes that all of these players are just going to mature at the same time, and if it takes 5 or 6 years, that's perfectly okay with him. I think Packers fans that are Ted Thompson supporters need to ask themselves one question, and maybe 2 questions actually. Number 1, if Ted were the general manager in 1992, would he have traded a first-round draft choice for Brett Favre? I don't think so. Also, number 2, if Ted Thompson were the general manager of the Packers in 1993, would Reggie White have been a member of the Packers? I seriously doubt it as well. I understand that free agency is different. That's why ask yourselves that question before. He's been a very good drafter, much better, at least in the first round, in my opinion, even than Ron Wolf was. Wolf really scored later, especially with the third-round picks and beyond. Mike Sherman, he whiffed on a lot of picks throughout the course of his tenure as Packers general manager, and Ted's been a better drafter. But as far as someone who can run the entire organization, I still have my doubts about Ted Thompson. I want him to prove me wrong, though. That's what I want. If the Packers go 12-4 this year or 11-5 and make the playoffs and win the Central, I'll sit here and be the happiest guy in the world to say that I was wrong. But I just don't see that happening. I hope it does, but we'll see. Also, don't forget, me and Gary Ellerson tonight on the Sports 32 Roundtable with Dennis Krause. It starts at 5:30, rebroadcast throughout the evening as well. Had a lively time taping the show yesterday, so hopefully you'll be able to check that out. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you later on the Doug and Mike Show starting at 5 a.m. right here on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP Radio and at sportsradio1250.com. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Doug Russell Show. Doug Russell Show. Doug Russell Show.